This week's discussion board prompts is to describe some of the advantages of using the flight plan function as opposed to continuous direct-to navigation. Using the flight plan is a far better method of navigation for various reasons. The first reason is workload management. Repeatedly using the direct-to function requires the pilot to look down at their notes with their clearance and their map or iPad, whatever they're using for navigation. Think of the next point they need to go to, then type in the next point, hit direct to, and activate. This has to be done every time the pilot reaches a point. Although it really wouldn't take that long in theory, each point is already a time of high workload as you need to make changes in altitude or heading. Doing all these tasks to get your GPS programmed takes your eyes away from your instruments. Using the flight plan function allows all this programming to be done ahead of time on the ground. Changes to your route can be edited in the flight plan early. This allows for the only thing required at each point is to fly the plane. Another benefit of the flight plan function is organization. When I fly IFR, after I get my craft clearance, I immediately put all the information into the G1000. I put my departure frequency on standby, put in the squawk code, program my desired altitude, and then put the route I was cleared for in the G1000. By doing this on the ground, I could verify all my inputs are correct. It also allows me to zoom out on the map on the MFD and see what the overall flight plan will look like. If I am unsure of anything, I can query ATC before I even take off and it becomes an issue. This helps me stay ahead of the plane as I already have each step outlined right in front of me. A major benefit to using the flight plan feature is it allows for you to follow your route more accurately. For example, and you probably don't know these specific points, but that's fine. If I'm cleared from, let's say, SJC to Sinol, and I program this into the flight plan, my GPS navigation would be based on a straight line between SJC and Sinol. However, if I use the direct-to feature and program direct to Sinol after reaching SJC, it would be a straight line from my current position and not SJC. So if I slightly overfly SJC or turn early, I wouldn't be where air traffic control actually expects me to be. Using the flight plan feature also allows you to use various other tools on the G1000 that wouldn't be available if only using the direct-to function. One of these tools is the autopilot nav mode. While this would work with the direct-to function as well, after reaching that point, the autopilot would just revert back to pitch and roll mode. With the flight plan programmed, whether you're flying to that point via direct-to or as it's programmed in the flight plan, after reaching the point, the autopilot automatically makes that turn to the next point. The only thing you would need to do is verify it's making the turn correctly. Another tool is the calculations the G1000 could do for you. With the flight programmed, it tells you the estimated time en route and how much fuel it will require. This will allow you to compare fuel requirements with the fuel remaining. Let's say ATC reroutes you mid-flight. You could see ahead of time if you will have enough fuel before it becomes an issue and you need to divert. Only using the direct-to function would require you to manually calculate all this data. Another tool is the shortcuts the G1000 gives you. If you already have the information in the flight plan and you're being vectored somewhere and get cleared for a specific point that's in the flight plan, all you need to do is put the cursor over that point in the flight plan and hit direct-to enter. Without it being preloaded, it would take more time to figure out the point spelling and type it in. Another one is the weather. All you need to do is hover over the airport in the flight plan and it gives you the METAR for that airport. I could do this by typing in the airports on the waypoint page as well, but again, that would take more time. That is going to conclude this presentation. I hope all the information was helpful. To me, the benefits are kind of obvious, and it's clear that you shouldn't just be using the direct-to function. But thanks for watching.